Well, good morning. Good good afternoon. Excuse me, brothers and sisters. Thought I'd take a trip down to the Forgotten Lake. Hadn't been there a while. Let's see what it looks like with all these leaves. With all these leaves down. See a lot of ruins over here of an old hog house. Anyway, I was going to go on down here and decided not to show my face too much. So to get tired of that, just to show you this little trail that they use for the four-wheelers. They come down here to the lake, what I call Forgotten Lake, because nobody knew about it. It was overgrown by woods until they dug it out here. They found it back in, dug it out a little bit with chainsaws, and they had some kind of machine that would chew up brush. They chew up pretty good sized trees, so they made a path down here. And so you have a Forgotten Lake. Anyway, the subject I wanted to talk about today was the situation we find ourselves in, and just what is going on. I'll give you a little rundown of what I think. You know, back when I was a young man, we had this show on TV called I Love Lucy. In one of those shows, Lucille Ball was working in this little pie factory. And they'd run those pies out, and she'd have to put whipped cream on it and a strawberry and put it in a box. And they kept going faster and faster until she just got, she couldn't keep up. Yeah, and on Ed Sullivan, they would have this, this performer would be spinning plates keeping plates on these sticks, and there'd be about 10 of them, and he'd keep them going. By the time he got ready to the end of it, he'd have to go back and get another one. They'd stop spinning. But anyway, I just told you about that to give you the idea of the treadmill that our rigged reality keeps us on. And I think it's designed by an enemy to make people, I'm going over this fence, electric fence, despair. Put people in despair, anxiety. Keep them on edge, trying to keep up with everything. There's always some paperwork to fill out. We thought this computer age was going to do away with paper, but there's always something to fill out every time you go somewhere, I was at the a dentist place, surgery, and there was a man there. He was really hurting with his tooth, and they handed him a stack of papers to fill out. I was feeling for him because I had to be there. I wasn't hurting quite as bad as he was, but they wanted him to fill out some more papers, when he was sitting there hurting, even though they probably had a record of him of all that they needed to know, but they wanted him to do it again, What I'm trying to say is, brothers and sisters, that is what is behind all this. What's going on? They're putting things on people, frustrating them to the point of despair, and that's what's going on in this country and all over the world, in my view. Of course, I can't mention all the particulars because I've already had one of my little videos taken down because I talked too much about got too specific about what was going on. But in my view, that is what is going on in America and around the world. Oh yeah, I wanted to say some other stuff about my little channel. What few, what I do have put up for people to browse across. The best way to find a lot of my stuff that I did a long time ago is just, my phone has a thing on it that says old. You can get from the oldest videos and start from the bottom, the oldest to the newest, or you can do the most popular. My old phone has that on it. I just discovered it the other day. Or you can go to the my little playlist. I put, some of the most important videos I believe that I've done for people to browse to and to get my view, my take on the, not just flat Earth or the moon landing, or not just that, but on religious matters too, spiritual matters. My view on that, and the best that I could, the best that I know, that I have found. Not saying I'm infallible or perfect or any means, but just my view on the matters about religious things. And I believe them to be a help to people if they would get in there and go through them slowly. And if I've said anything wrong, you can always come to my channel and tell me what you think, And I'll ponder it and elaborate on it, expound on the subject at hand. But anyway, talking about this matter at hand that we have going on in America, this fear-mongering in the news. Or should we or should we not believe everything we hear on our news networks? Not saying everything that they tell you is completely false, but I'm just saying that everything we're told, there's an agenda behind it. That's my view. And we also have to take into account the same people that bring us our news and are obsessing over this mysterious bug to the point of complete frustration. We have to take into account the fact that all these politicians and people in high places that are telling us this are also bringing us the globe lie, the fake space and fake moon landing, and such as that. These are the same people. If they were legitimate, well, they should come out first and not go back to the old normal and tell us that, say, brothers and sisters. Tell us all the truth that's been kept away from the masses all these years, if they were legitimate. So that's the way I look at it. How smart can anybody be? How smart can they be if they were educated in schools that taught this and put their little certificates out there? Their certifications and licenses and this and that, a bunch of paperwork, over and over and over again. Sometimes I wonder if the Indians didn't have it better than we have it. I bet you they had long periods of of just sitting around, you know, under the buffalo robe, you know, talking about things, you know. Plenty of meat on the fire. So sometimes I think maybe these Indians that were here before us had it better than we do. Someday I'll go over to a creek over there in Alabama and show you a place where the Indians lived. And of course I probably have to slip in over there now because they made it off limits. You can't put your toe in the water in America anymore because the powers that be have claimed it all for themselves, you know. Those in high places, they said, this is ours. You see this piece of paper? It's ours. See that? It's ours. The earth is the Lord, the fullness thereof, and everybody that dwells therein is his, brothers and sisters. Everything is his. Yes, I'm certain. Yeah, I think they had a long periods where they just sit in the teepees or sit in the tents, built them a fire, and relaxed. Which we don't get much time around here. You know, they give us a couple of weeks, a few days maybe, a year to relax. At least they did back when I was working. But anyway, just some thoughts that I have while I'm walking around out here in the woods, pondering my world. Thinking about the world to come. After all, this one is going to be as beautiful as it is. You can see God's creation in the firmament and his creation down here in its fallen state. The world to come will be much more beautiful than this. It's sad to say, this one will be destroyed by fire and all the works therein. And then a new heaven and a new earth, wherein dwelleth righteousness, brothers and sisters. No more certificates. No more paperwork to fill out. Anyway, I sure enjoyed talking with everybody, or talking to myself and everybody else. I'll start back this way on this last minute. I didn't get said what I wanted to say, except if anybody wants to, I got tangled up in the barbed wire. Ooh, I got tangled up in the electric fence. Well, that's the one that's hot. Wow. It gives you a little buzz. It doesn't electrocute you to death. But anyway, just a little talk here in the afternoon. I might do another one before the day's out. But if I don't, peace and love down here at Forgotten Lake from this old boy down here in Alabama.